Hello, Gemini. I am Ulrich. I'm a Remote card reader, and today we will do your financial philosophical card reading for the month of May. These cards are more a kind of advisors. If there are certain issues in your life, sometimes also if you had issues before, the cards tell you that. If there are certain bonuses coming, for instance, also it's also in the card. There are positive and negative sides to these cards. Anyway, Gemini, we will see what it brings here for you for the month of May. So Gemini, here I go for your financial philosophical card reading for the month of May. Hello Gemini, and welcome to your financial philosophical card reading for the month of May. As your first card here, we see the card of financial lessons. What does this card tell us? Well, it tells us probably we need to learn certain things ourselves about money. But this card especially focuses on our children. So if you have children, probably here with this card, we need to talk to our children more about financial matters, actually educate them about money here. Also with you there in your area, I'm sure the money don't fall from the trees. This is what we are seeing here. And this card is about cash flow. Anyway, you can very easy see if your children are financially educated. For instance, you're in the mall and one of your children comes up to you and they say, mom and dad, can I, or ma'am, can I have this? And you say, no, we cannot now, it's not a good time. And then the reply that you get is, why not? Because your wallet is full of credit cards. And this is exactly what this card is about. This means that there are a lack of knowledge here of your children here, and there need to be some management, and you need to learn this or educate this to your children. Of course, we know it's utopian to think that our children would survive or that they even come in a very good position in this hyper-consuming world if you yourself as a parent don't turn them in knowledgeable consumers. So this card urges you to talk to your children about money. If there are certain taboos, break these taboos. These cards tell you that you need to an advisor for them, an informer, a teacher here, and make them aware of healthy practices. And if you do so by teaching them the workings of a good foundation and how to handle money, you will greatly help them for their future to come. The next card that we are having here is the card of debts. What does this card tell us? Well, it has actually two sides. There are good debts in life, and there are negative debts. For instance, for giving you an example, we start with the bad debts. For instance, you have a credit card, and this credit card, certain credit cards are always below zero. So it means on these credit cards, you pay interest. Maybe you say, okay, next month we see that we balance it out, but it always is extended. But actually for you, this has no added value. So it means it costs you more money. So if you buy a certain article, you don't buy the article on the real price because you pay interest on the article. And actually it costs you 20 to 25% more because on these credit cards, you pay very high interest. Especially if you have a credit card that always gives you money. So if you have several credit cards, you check them out and you will see the card that always gives you money under all conditions, that is the expensive one. This card tells you also, if you have such a card, you need to get rid of that because that is no more credit carding, that is sharking. These cards, they belong to shark companies. I know what you're thinking, and you think to yourself, yeah, but it's very easy and I can handle and I can balance myself out. Yes, but this card tells us also that it might be an attitude that you need to adjust. Anyway, we see here we need to get balanced out, that we need to get rid of these cards with this astronomically high interest here. This makes you bleed, and also sometimes it makes us feel miserable if we actually double check the interest. The only thing that happens here with that this card tells you is the company that owns the card and that gives you the money, they smile. They make a lot of money on that because they cannot invest your money in such a good consumer as you are, because you bring them in a very good position. So here we see that we should not go into that. Now, the positive side of this card is if you have certain debts on your house, these are considered to be positive debts. Why? Well, because you can deduct this from your taxes. So for you, this is a positive transaction. And also mostly the value of properties in general, it goes up. There are very few things in life now that have economical value. Things are very fluctuating all around us now, and mostly houses in most areas, they keep their value. So for you, mostly this is a very solid investment. You can get your return back from your house. So if you make certain investments in your house, I'm not preaching here that you need to invest big amounts, because this is not what this card tells us, but it's more secure to invest in your house than it is in credit cards. So this card wants you to balance out your things. So if you have debts on your house, that's okay, but you need to get rid here of the negative here. So because the negative debts that we first discussed here, these can be harmful for you, and the other loan, as we saw, or your mortgage, it's a positive debt for you. Anyway, here we see here that we need to think about the quality of our debts, and actually if it contributes to our wealth, to speak. So then we go to the next card. This is the card of resilience. I'm sure this card will pop up for several signs. This is the card that we need to be resilient. What does this tell us? Well, it tells us actually that we already know. We first had the virus situation around us that influenced our finances. The market was very fluctuating. The stock market prices went up. You all are aware. You see that the food products are becoming more expensive here. And then we have, of course, the effects of the war that was presented to us there to Russia, and it influenced the energy prices. And if the energy prices more in detail, the oil prices are influenced also, that has a very big impact on all of us. So here, this is the card of resilience. So probably this has an effect on here on the sign of Gemini for this month. Anyway, here we see if we are want to be resilient, we can. Maybe the situation is not easy and you need to reflect on it, but you need to weigh the pros and cons where you are now. And if you do certain actions, it's very important that you reflect before you make the actions, especially if you always spend small amounts of money. This is also the card of small amounts of money. Try to avoid small, unnecessary amounts of money that you don't need to spend. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Don't spend money what you don't need. We are in a period here now of recession. We all know this, and during the recession, sometimes we need to cut back. You don't need to worry. This is a temporary period. This will pass. But now we are in this situation, and we need to face it. We are where we are, and we cannot do anything. So try to bend this by not spending money that you don't need to spend, and it will work in your advantage. This is not a question of bad luck. This is just an obstacle that we are all facing, and we must overcome this. We must learn a lesson about it. This is what we are seeing here. By applying this resilience, when this financial storm and all these financial matters are more settled here, and then we will see, you will recognize that you have learned an important lesson, and probably if you brought yourself in a difficult situation, let's assume this is a fact, you will learn an important lesson and a challenge in life. So Gemini, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of it. If you have interest in classic Lenormand card readings, I do also classic Lenormand card readings. You can find them on my channel for the sign of Gemini. They are very detailed. And of course, then we do also the spiritual, philosophical card readings. They are more guides in your life. If you are in a certain things, you want advice for certain things, these cards are very good advisors. I have very good results with them. Anyway, Gemini, I want to thank you for your time. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Consider subscribing. Thank you for doing so. And of course, we see each other next time. Thank you, Gemini. Bye-bye for now.